Hello there. Mr. Swinney with Thomas and Friends, Wonders of Sodor. Hey, Bertie. Can I be hurt now?
Hello there, and welcome to Farquhar Station.
He's a ventriloquist.
Before you can start your adventures on the island of Sodor, you will need to learn how to drive one of my engines. And I could think of none better than Thomas. In this short introduction, you will be taken through every step needed to make sure that Thomas is a really useful engine. And I'm sure you'll be an expert driver in no time. Would you like to learn how to drive Thomas? Press the yes button to continue learning how to play. Or if you feel you are ready, press the no button to begin exploring Sodor. You can play this introduction again at any time by choosing the introduction to Sodor.
Hey, Dovetails. Make the dialogue skippable, please.
Hello, driver. Climb on board, and we can get started.
Oh, I've been wanting to do this all my life.
Follow the markers in front of you. Now that Thomas's cab... This is Thomas's cab. Here you will learn the controls needed to drive Thomas. If you want a better view of your train or the line ahead, you can change between inside and outside camera views. There are many locations on the railways of Sodor where lines separate or join together. These involve a network of points that set the direction the train will be travelling.
I also remember that one of these was responsible for a very serious accident to Henry
are controlled
once.
by the closest signal box. However, there are yards and junctions that require the points to be set manually. Thomas's friends Annie and Clarabelle are waiting at the station platform. In order to reach Annie and Clarabelle, you will first need to switch the points so that it's set to the correct track. You can set the points by climbing down out of the cab, walking over and interacting with it.
Okay. My gosh, does it really need to be this far apart? I mean, my gosh. Just drive up a little ways, get off, and get back onto Thomas.
You can also change the points on the map, which can be accessed by pressing the key shown now.
Ray, I don't have... The choice is mine! All mine!
Excellent work so far. The junction is now correctly set. So it is time to move Thomas out of the siding and over to Annie and Clarabelle. To move Thomas forward, press and hold the button shown now on the screen. Well done. You're doing a good job so far.
It's a nice table speed.
To slow Thomas down, press and hold the button shown to begin applying the brakes.
I almost overshot completely. Okay. Right on the button.
As you can see, the throttle has returned to 0. This means that Thomas is now ready to travel in either forward or reverse. To make Thomas reverse, tap the control shown on screen until the direction arrow on the HUD points down. Remember to slow down when approaching Annie and Clarabelle. You should be going at no more than 5 miles per hour when attempting to couple to coaching stock and troublesome trucks.
Oh, come on, it's the troublesome trucks. They always ask for trouble. It's kind of why they're called that. Yep. Oh.
Hello, Annie. Hello, Clarabelle.
Hello, Thomas.
What is this, a
To
pepper
allow
pot?
passengers to climb aboard, you will first need to open the passenger doors, using the controls shown on the...
Well, what are you waiting for? Strangely realistic human people. Get in, darn you, get in.
There are other cameras available to use during your adventures on Sodor. Let's look at another one now. Using the button shown on screen, change to the free camera. You are now using the free camera. With this camera, you can freely
I'm
fly around to
surprisingly-
wherever you'd like.
Hello.
You are still able to fully control your train whilst using this camera, and it's very useful for getting a good look at your surroundings.
Thomas, me boy. Look at him. Look at me boy.
Move
Look
the
at
camera
me, bud.
around so it is looking at Thomas. Now move the camera so that... Now return to the inside camera view using the button shown here. Remember, you can drive Thomas from both the inside cab view and the outside camera you were shown earlier. Good job. It looks like everyone has boarded now. You can go ahead and close the passenger doors using the controls shown here. You've got a green signal, so you're ready to continue to the next station. Increase the throttle once again to move Thomas forward.
Full speed ahead. To quote the boy from Polar Express, I've wanted to do that my whole life. Also, why are there livestock on a soccer field? That is, even for this show, that's strange. Hey, Birdie, I'm winning. Hooray, hurrah, haroo.
Remember to slow down as you approach a station you want to stop at. so that you come to a safe stop.
Darn that brake pedal. It's always so fussy, don't you know?
Good work. Now open the passenger doors to allow the passengers to start boarding.
Why isn't there one button for this? I ask, because I do not know the correct answer.
Splendid job. It looks like you and Thomas make a great team. And I'm certain you will be an expert driver in no time.
Don't count on it.
You're a great driver. I can't wait to start our adventures together.
Oh, Thomas. I know you're lying just to make me feel better about myself, but thanks. Yes, you may not know this, but Thomas and Friends was originally
Thomas
based
and Gordon.
on the Railway series books by the Reverend...
Thomas is a tank engine who lives at the big station on the island of Sodor. He
R.W.
has 6 small
Audrey.
wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome.
And get your head out of the gutter.
He is a fussy little engine too, always pulling coaches about, getting them ready for the big engines to take on long journeys.
Ah, so he has cabin fever, good to know.
And when trains arrive at the station, he pulls the empty coaches away so that the big engines can go and rest. Thomas thinks no engine works as hard as he does. He loves playing tricks on them, especially Gordon, the biggest and proudest engine of all.
Yeah.
Thomas likes whistling cheekily at him.
I think I remember seeing this episode of the series when I was 4 years old on Shining Time
Wake up,
Station
lazy bones.
back in the
Why
day.
don't you work hard like me?
I never liked Gordon as a kid because he was
One morning,
so
Thomas found it
full of
hard to wake up.
himself.
His fire went out, and there wasn't enough steam. It was nearly time for the express, but the coaches weren't ready.
This is why exercise and good dieting is so
At
important.
last, Thomas started.
Of course, Thomas and his friends are old locomotives, so what would that mean? So, why would that matter?
He fussed into the station where Gordon was waiting. "Hurry up, you," said Gordon, "and bring me my coaches."
Part of me misses when
Hurry
my lips
yourself,
didn't move.
replied Thomas. "Yes," said Gordon, "I will."
Okay. Wait a minute. Gordon, wait. Need be certain we're all on the same track. And by that I mean, I think that this is not crossing over onto my line. Okay. There's a map of this. Where am I? Okay, I'm going to hope that I'm going in the right direction. Fun I had the old turtle train kid. Though mostly it was the enacting crashes in the sandbox. Whatever other weather that I found myself in. Bottom line, I was one of those kids who was very rough with his toys. No, wait, wrong. Keep an eye on you. Some trucks. Do some fun. So long to accomplish anything. Funny enough, I don't recall there being a bridge here. It's more along the lines of I think there is a shed of some variety. Yeah. Something as a kid, I always wanted Thomas the Tank Engine game. Didn't get him. A little sore about that, but it's not the biggest deal on these things. And when you drag into these coaches, of course it's speeders. Snug little weirdo. Weird man, these friends growing up. Right up there with Linus and Woody. Not to be confused with Fat Linus, Fat Pelter. Completely different Linus. And why do I have to go for this big tunnel? I feel like this is an unnecessary step. Oh. Loud. What is wrong with the camera? Please tell me we didn't loop all the way back. Just be weird. Yep. Why am I here? Why am I looking at the coaches? I don't understand this. Yet it seems to work.
Gordon hadn't forgiven Thomas for waking him up from this nap. As
How
soon as
dare
the
you
last
wake
passenger
me up, you
climbed
little
on board,
pipsqueak!
he started up so quickly that there was no time to uncouple Thomas.
Oh boy. Gordon, can't we talk about this like civilized engines? Pretty please. This isn't funny. Jane! Stop this crazy engine!
Stop! Stop! Come on, keep up, called Gordon.
Jane! Stop this crazy thing! Hopefully I've found this voyage took a lot longer than we abridged because it was a kid's book. What's a thief? What's a thief? In a fluency spatial currency, please enter the menu by year's C content. You guys can find the price tag for Jane by himself. $16. You're kidding me.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Laughed Gordon. Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever gone before. He was out of breath and his wheels hurt him, but he had to go on.
Conspicuously, Rainbow Edward is not in this game. What are you hiding, Dovetail? Why isn't Edward in the game, Dovetail. I think we are all collectively owed an explanation, Dovetail. And why does Gordon look like he's leaning on this?
Coming through!
Honestly, I don't even remember where it was to.
Stop, please!
No, this is for your antics in the hidden era, Thomas. Bad tank engine, very bad tank engine. You were a colossal jerk. And worst of all, a doo-doo head. You were arbitrarily deemed the fellow engines. And you've got yourselves pickles. You could have easily figured out on your... could have at least used some basic common sense you learned over the course of the series. Beforehand, you would know. Why act like you half-wit? Because the writers were lazy.
At last, they stopped at a station.
Well, little Thomas, chuckled Gordon, now you know what hard work means, don't you?
Means not overshooting the platform.
Thomas was uncoupled, and he felt very silly and exhausted.
Please don't make me manually get him home.
Poor Thomas puffed slowly away to rest, and had a long, long drink. After
See,
that,
kids, even
he
Thomas
was careful
stays
to never be
hydrated.
cheeky to Gordon again.
Which he would keep for a total of... Double... Yeah, we're doing good, I think. It's a pity we couldn't have the...
Thomas goes fishing.
Speaking of Thomas...
When Thomas puffed along his branch line, he always looked forward to something special.
I can't go into
The
that
sight of
anecdote
the
right
river.
now because somebody is talking over me.
As he rumbled over the bridge, he would see people fishing. Thomas often wanted to stay and watch. One day, Thomas stopped as usual to take on water at the station by the river.
Out of order? Bother! I'm
Well,
thirsty.
conspicuously, James isn't here.
Never
to
mind,
tell him
Thomas,
that
said his
fishing
driver.
Is a silly idea
We'll get some
for
water from
an
the river.
engine.
They found a bucket and some rope and went to the bridge.
And now, some music. Because many of you may not know this, but this game was released on St. Patrick's Day, which is today. In the merry month of June, from my home I started, with the girls of two on nearly broken heart. I saluted dear father, dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me grief and tears to smother. Enough to reap the corn, leave where I was born, cut a shut stout by corn to banish ghosts and goblins. A brand new pair of brogues ran over the bogs, frightening all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. Truth be told, that might be as far as I get, because clearly I should have rehearsed this. And it was very silly of me not to rehearse singing the rocky road to Dublin for this occasion, instead of just leaving it to chance. Thomas, you either look dehydrated or constipated. Neither one is good for you. I've been both at one time or another. True story. One time I passed out in the kitchen with dehydration. Another time, basically, well, that's officially encouraged me to recreationally eat antacids. That's just that's right. Anyway, back to Thomas anecdotes. For the longest time, I never had one tape at all. Any others were either rented or at someone else's house. Be a family or relative. But eventually, we did get a second tape with Thomas's misadventures on the Farquhar branch line. Versions with Ringo Starr's narration, if you're curious. And oh no, I completely bungled the whole thing.
Thomas goes fishing.
No, Skip, please. Please, Skip.
When Thomas puffed along his
Dovetails.
branch line, he always looked forward
Fix
to
this,
something
please.
special. The sight of the
Give us the
river.
option to skip cutscenes, please.
As
I'm
he
begging
rumbled
you.
over
I
the
don't
bridge,
want any of the
he would
look
see
like
people
the-
fishing. Thomas
the,
often wanted to stay and
human
watch.
characters in the shop, which are the old figurines from the stop-motion classic era. And
One
or
day,
the
Thomas
CGI.
stopped as usual to take on water at the station by the river.
Either way,
Out of order?
I don't like.
Bother.
I do not especially
thirsty.
care for Thomas chauffeuring
Never
around
mind, Thomas,
real
said his
people-
driver.
real-looking
We'll get some
people.
water from the river.
Das ist not kosher.
They found a bucket and some rope and went to the bridge.
Oh, now you move. You're a stubborn little engine. Has anyone told you that, boyo? Sure. Why not? Gone fishing. Gone fishing. Why don't we all go fishing? Gone fishing. Gone fishing.
That's good, puffed Thomas happily.
Gone fishing. Gone fishing. Anyway, on that tape, whose name I can't remember, included this episode, with the infamous surprised Thomas face. You probably know the one that...
It is a meme. And for the record, I thought Big Chungus was funny before he became a meme. Back when he was just Fat Bugs Bunny imitating Elmer J. Fudd Millionaire, he owns a mansion and a yacht.
Gone fishing. Gone fishing. Why don't we all go fishing? Well, I mean, I don't remember all the words. When I was a kid, I probably have a better memory, but... Well, ironically... Well, TV and movies ruined memory.
Which is why I have been medicating myself with dark chocolate for the past year or two.
TV show always made him seem faster. The good news is checkpoints exist in this game. The bad news is, it's entirely possible to overshoot objectives altogether. Like when I accidentally chunked away from the... That's the windmill. Every episode, every herring on the tapes began with Thomas chugging past that windmill. Where the heck is Terrence? Is that tractor supposed to be Terrence? That's not Terrence. It doesn't even have a face. Not in the right model of tractor. Never mind the lack of face. According to my calculations, Thomas should be having stomach problems right about here. See what I tell you, it should wait a minute.
Why would I be breaking the speed limit? It's just wow. Seriously? Because with all these passengers, actually really get on board. Some do, but I wonder what the point is if they're just going to stand there like shoebill storks. Why are you here? Why are you staring at me? And it better be because I have something in my stuck in my teeth. Because if it's not something stuck in my teeth, I really don't know why I'm stuck in the crazy person. Oh, the crazy person. You're somehow your bird. The bird is staring at me. Why are you staring at me? Why wasn't that already on? I'd like to shovel the floor. Stick with specific train job. And that is rubbing the 515 out of Yorkshire. There is no Yorkshire in Sodor, but that's hardly the point, is it? The point is... I don't think Thomas can go over 35 mph anyway. The speed limit, and I was wrong on 2 counts. Can go over 35, and I was so busy rambling that I completely did not notice that figure. Oh, now you come in. That's a fine how do you do, leaving me holding the bag at the last station, boyo. Get in already, get in, little poppets. Get inside, little NPCs.
Suddenly, Thomas began to feel a pain in his boiler.
That is
Oh dear,
boiler
groaned
pain,
Thomas.
no mistake.
I think I'm going to burst. I've got such a pain. I've got such a pain.
This is why you buy antacids in the bulk packages. Is the bulk bottles. How do you withstand his whining, you two? Oh my gosh, on a bad day he can get very whiny. Now let us leave our passengers stranded in the middle of nowhere and then with no context or explanation.
They stopped just outside the last station, uncoupled Annie and Clarabelle, and ran Thomas, who was still groaning, onto a siding right out of the way.
What? Okay, I am pressing the A and D keys, and he is not changing direction. Okay, that's... When I was 7, I got a Lionel train set for Christmas. I called the train that came with it Thomas. About as close as to an electric Thomas toy I ever got. Although admittedly those aren't really toys, are they? They're models. Not really for hard-hitting play of a 7-year-old on Christmas Day. It's more basically a very elaborate decoration.
Then, while the guard telephoned for an engine inspector, the driver found a notice with large letters, which he hung on Thomas in front and behind. Danger, keep away.
And
Soon,
eventually
the
we use
inspector
this
and
name
Sir Topham Hatt
boards
arrived.
for the other engines.
Cheer up,
For
Thomas,
most of the
they
classic
said.
era.
We'll
until they
soon
stopped
put
doing
you
that.
right. The driver told them what had happened. So the feed pipe is blocked, said the inspector. I'll just look in the tanks.
I want to
He
put it on
climbed
the
up
record. I
and
have
peered
no
in.
idea what I
Then he came
was
down.
doing.
Excuse me, sir. Please look in the tank and tell me what you see. Certainly, Inspector, replied Sir Topham Hatt. He clambered up, looked in, and nearly fell off in surprise. Inspector, he whispered, can you see fish?
Hey, that's not the surprised Thomas face.
Gracious goodness me! How did the fish get there, driver?
And it's goodness gracious, for pity's sake.
We must have fished them from the river with our bucket, replied Thomas's driver.
Look at my defense.
Well, Thomas, you and your driver have been fishing. But fish don't suit you. We must get them out. They all took turns fishing in Thomas's tank, while Sir Topham Hatt looked on and told them how to do it. Never mind, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. You will be all right now. There's no need to worry yourself any more. But, he added, I do hope that you and your driver won't go fishing again, as I don't think it suits engines. Do you? No, sir, said Thomas sadly. Engines shouldn't go fishing. It's too uncomfortable.
Yes, your crew look like lawn gnomes on your backside like that. And what's our time? Yeah. I think this is a good stopping point. This has been Mr. Swinney with Thomas and Friends, Wonders of Sodor. Goodbye, and be good to each other.